All right, welcome to Breath Fitness, guys. Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the Breath Fitness class. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Yes, well, an incredible place we have to do this. No music, breath work, light exercise next to the waterfalls. I brought music one time and you guys got mad at me. Get that out of here. We don't need music because we've got all the perfect sounds that we want. So, guys, and you guys later on, future you guys, if you're watching this, and the 3 other people that potentially watch this. The crowd is small, but distinguished. And the way the class works is we do some sort of warm up, different kinds of just light movements, adding breath work to exercise, and then we go over a new technique each week, and then we have a breath work session. So if you're watching this later, fast forward about halfway through if you only want to do your breath work session. So I had a few people on the last one come back and say that, that they did do it, but they did it in their car or whatever, and they couldn't do the exercises in the beginning. But I thought that was super cool. It was, I swear one of them was a truck driver. Shout out, sir. He was like, you know, this was an awesome break to stop and do the breath work in the car, because the breath work we'll do today is a bit of lying down, a bit of sitting up, but you don't need anything. And that's what is so special about this stuff, is that you have everything you need inside. And you use this as the buttons, the levers, to experience, to feel what you want to feel, how you like to feel, mechanically. So the new technique today, or the focus today, is going to be warming up a little bit. I figured it was going to be colder than it is today, which is awesome. It's not that cold, but I just got my tickets to go to Poland. I'll be teaching in Poland in 3 weeks at the Wim Hof Academy. We're taking 400 people in shorts, in shirtless, up a mountain. So the rest of the next couple weeks, I'll be focused on the Wim Hof stuff, on Wim Hof breath work. We do go over all different kinds of breath work, but particularly warming up. So we'll talk about it a little bit, but the secret to warming up when you're cold is to get your circulation moving, right? But not only that, is you want to heat up. What we discovered was your intercostal muscles. So if you heat up your intercostal muscles, that's a good source of heat. And he's even shown that Wim was put in a PET scan, and they were looking at how he was able to keep his skin temperature the same temperature, even the fact that he was in a cold suit. And what they saw is a lot of the energy was coming from his intercostal muscles. So that's pretty interesting. So we can breathe fast, we can breathe heavy to warm up our intercostal muscles, but then we still have this low CO2, which causes a bit of a vascular constriction. So that means our blood flow is not working all that well, but we have a lot of heat in our core. So then we do breath holds, and we even breathe super light, and then that blood, that warm blood that's in and around our intercostal muscles, will be pushed out to our extremities. Because as our vascular system dilates, we'll also do a breath, we'll pause with a full breath for a moment, and that's called the Valsalva maneuver. That relaxes cerebral blood flow, allows your heart to beat easier, and it'll even get your heart back on track if you have some sort of heart arrhythmia happening. And not only that, but it pushes blood to your extremities. So that's it. So we're gonna warm up our bodies, and then we're gonna turn on our circulation and get blood out to our extremities. So by show of hands, who gets cold hands and feet throughout the day and don't like it? I think we all do. And what you'll find is learning this technique for sure is gonna help, but guys, some sort of cold exposure is gonna be useful to turn on your circulatory system. So if you get cold hands and feet and you got a little space heater under your desk, if you were to take a cold shower in the morning, I know it's not probably your preference, but what you'll find is when you get out of the shower, you're gonna feel warm. And you might not, for the day, you might not need that heater anymore. It literally works like that. You can just sort of turn on your circulation, and it's very potent and powerful tool. And we all hate the cold here. By show of hands, who hates the cold? Everyone here, that's why we live in Southern California. So I hate the cold too. I'm with you guys, but I like it in doses. Cool. So a little bit of exercise first. Let's do a light adjustment, a light back adjustment, little knee adjustment. If you want to just lay back on your mat with your knees out at 90 degrees. And we'll slowly go to the right side. To the right side, exhale and relax. Hopefully you get a nice little back adjustment. Back to the center. Let's go to the left side. Exhale and relax. Wow. Knees back at 90 degrees in the center. If you flex your legs till they start to tremble ever so slightly, and slowly straighten them. And then flex when they're straight. Maybe you get a little pop and crack, hopefully. And slowly bring them back in. Flex one more time. My knees have to readjust a lot. All right, guys, and you can sit up. We're gonna do, let's warm up your ankles a little bit, warm up your toes. Don't forget about your toes. We're gonna do a little breath hold assessment. One of the things I'll talk about a lot is the neutral zone. So if you take a breath in all the way in, you could give it a shot, take a breath in, and then you let go. That's neutral. You should still have all that left. Make sense, guys? So about 40% left. Neutral means neutral air pressure in or out. And we're gonna do a little breath hold assessment right now at neutral. So here we go. One big breath in all the way in. And let go. And pause with your breath. On average, people can hold their breath for about 30 seconds from a light to medium urge to breathe. I never want you to pass a medium urge to breathe right now. So as soon as you get to a medium urge to breathe, just go ahead and breathe. And I'll let you guys know kind of where you're at. So right now you are at 20 seconds. So don't worry about it. We're just figuring out where our starting point this morning. Now you're at 30 seconds. We'll go to 50 seconds. If you make it to 50, you are doing fantastic. Now we're at 40 seconds. 10 more seconds if anyone's still holding. 3, 2, 1. We're at 50 seconds. So perfect. If you're still holding, you can let go. Who was disappointed in their breath hold just now? Everybody. You guys did good? You did good? What'd you get?
I was focused on my breath.
Oh, okay. You did at the time? Okay.
Right.
That's okay. So what we did is I tricked you a little bit. We raised our heart rate when we did our exercises. So we can lower our heart rate before we do breath holds, and our breath holds will be much better. We're going to talk about this a lot too. This is a masterful heart rate lowering breath that is really good for if you're overheating somewhere. If you're hot and like you're in a sauna or whatever it is and you need to get your heart rate down. If you breathe in, your heart rate goes up. If you breathe out, it goes down. So it stands to reason you breathe out longer than you breathe in and you will decrease your heart rate. So here we go. Let's do 3 heart rate lowering breaths just for practice. All you have to do is take a quick short breath in and then go out through your teeth, pursed lips, and a curled tongue. We'll do that 2 more times. So quick short breath in. Tension in your neck and shoulders is fine, and then out through your teeth. And you just deflate as you relax your neck and shoulders. 1 more quick short in and out through the teeth. And what you'll notice is if you do that 3 times, your heart rate will get to potentially your resting heart rate. If you do it 3 more times, you can get below your resting heart rate, which is pretty cool. So you can really get yourself into a nice parasympathetic state. We will be using that breath work pattern today. So the warming up breath. Let's warm up our bodies first and then we're gonna heat up our bodies internally. So a couple of short exercises we can do. We're gonna do approximately 30 to 45 second squat, just to get all the juices flowing. We wanna get everything blood flow wise working. When we do this squat too, guys, big breaths, big chest breaths, and try to elongate your spine, and you're gonna decompress your spine a little bit. So when you take these big breaths in, try and create space between your ribs and your hips a little bit as we start to go down. So here we go, big breath. Slowly going down with each breath. If your knees start to tremble, then perfect, it's working. If you're not trembling, then flex your knees a little bit. And just get to the place that's most comfortable for your ability, where you're at. We're gonna pause at the bottom for a moment. A couple of forceful exhales as you slowly back up. Good job, guys. Easy stuff. All right, this is my favorite, most difficult, easiest exercise there is. All your weight on one foot, front foot, back foot, 6 inches off the ground, and then close your eyes. Front leg is slightly bent, and if you have to move around a little bit, it's okay. This is a very difficult exercise, guys. If you need to touch the rail, you can, but try and do it with your eyes closed, because that's when you're gonna really engage your toes, your ankles, your knees, and your hips. If you're looking at me, you're cheating. Nice work, guys. This should be very, very difficult, and this will increase your cone of balance. So as we get older, our cone of balance starts to decrease, and this will increase that area in which we can maintain our balance. This is a really important one. Let's keep it up for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's do the other one. All your weight on your front foot, back foot 6 inches off the ground, and close your eyes. And I'll be silent for this one, guys, so that you can focus. If you have to hop around a little bit, perfect. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Now we're gonna do it's really a stretch, but it's a lunge. So it's a lunge, but where your foot's flat and you're squared up, but if you bring your knee to the outside a little bit, then you can flex this large tendon inside. And now really we just wanna create some engagement right there. So let's hold on to that for 30 seconds. But this is also massive for balance. So every time I've fallen on an electric skateboard and done the splits unintentionally, this exercise once a day has prevented injury. And you can lean forward a little bit, lean back a little bit. And let's do the other side. Nice flex. You're just finding that large tendon, that your knee is down, and just creating some engagement. So some of you guys might be shocked to know that you can increase flexibility in 30 seconds. And we do that by antagonist muscle engagement. So we're gonna have a little example here. 3, 2, 1, good. Let's do, as an example, let's do a quick toe touch. So just find your toes as close as you can get with your knees straight. And just make note of how far you can get on your shins, or if you can touch your toes, or wherever you're at. Just take a little mental note. Perfect. Okay, now we're gonna flex the antagonist muscle. If you wanna lean on one side, get your foot into your palm if you could, and just flex against your foot, or against your hand. And so the top of your leg is hard, and the bottom soft. That's what we need. We need the bottom to be soft, and we need the top to be hard. So we're gonna hold on to that for 30 seconds. I'm gonna leave lots of time for a good meditation at the end. I say that every time, don't I? But I mean it this time. 3, 2, 1. Let's do the other one. The top is hard and the bottom soft. And these are all great stretches to do regardless if you're going to do some breath work. Because if you're going to sit for a while, it's nice to get your circulation kind of turned on. 3, 2, 1. Now, check out your toe touch. Ooh. How many of you got a little extra? Yay. Yeah? Good. Did you get a little extra in the, a tiny bit? Well, good. A little bit though, right? Nice. I mean, that's it. So, you know, they've done studies where they've seen that 30 seconds matches a minute, and 40% effort is better than 80% effort with stretching. So, man, your stretch routine could be probably a lot smaller than what a lot of people do. What's left? We're almost there. A push-up, guys, or a plank. 30 seconds. And then we'll do our crunch, and then we're done. So if you guys want to get in some sort of planking or push-up position, push up on your knees, whatever you like. But again, a couple of big breaths into the chest, and we elongate our spine and give it a tiny bit of decompression. So here we go, slowly going down. Pausing at the bottom for a moment, pausing with your breath. Because what you'll notice, when an air hunger builds up, a few forceful exhales can get rid of it quickly. So here we go, let's slowly go back up. All right. One more breath pattern, which is the most potent tool for core engagement if you're lifting something. So you guys can try it with me. Let's get to the neutral zone. Take a big breath in all the way in. Let go. Now you're at neutral. Now for a moment, only push air out. Don't take any air in. Or at least don't use muscles to take air in. Find your belly button, find your stomach, and feel how you flex. Particularly if you push out through pursed lips and through your teeth. Feel how your stomach flexes. Perfect. I hope that makes sense, guys. So if you are pushing something, pulling something, hitting something, forceful exhales are going to keep your core strong so that you can be most efficient and breathe while you're exerting significantly. So let's add that to a 1-minute crunch. So you can get into your crunching position, knees off the mat, shoulders off the mat. And let's start our forceful exhales. You could also make bike movements, tiny bike movements. Make your bike smaller, guys. That's cheating. Your bike's too big. A teeny tiny bike. There you go. We're gonna do this whole thing for 1 minute, that's it. So when you're at the beach this summer and everybody's asking you, how'd you do it? You say you do 1 sit-up a day. Now if your legs were a clock, let's put them out at 9 o'clock. You can use your forceful exhales. 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30, 11:40, 11:45, 46, 46 and 3/4. Just kidding. All right, we're done. All right, almost done. Last thing, we gotta do a little bit of tapping. This is my favorite. I wouldn't skip it. If you wanna stand up, this is the last one. This is fantastic. And this goes into a bit of the Tumo monks used to do this, I believe, as part of their routine to help warm their bodies up. So all we're gonna do is tap everywhere twice. Start at one leg. Wake it up. Get your other leg. Get your butt. Don't forget anything. Get it all. Don't skip it. Don't be easy on yourself. Don't forget your head and your neck. I guess you can be easy on your face. One more. Start your legs one more time. Don't forget your neck and shoulders. Even your head deserves a little bit. And now some swinging, low swings. Let your arms hit your body. Medium swings. High swings. Heart openers. Windmills. All right. Now, just stand quietly for a moment and feel your skin, feel your body. Feel that vibration you created. That's it. We've released some energy. We've already got a lot of great things happening. And the breath work is going to surely do more. All right. If you guys want to sit back down. Yeah.
When you're doing it, are you taking air in too? Like,
Ooh, and we're doing the forceful exhales, you mean?
yeah, you take air in.
Great question. So I love that question too.
I feel like I'm taking it in too.
Ooh, look, it's raining on us. Cool. Are you taking air in when we're doing forceful exhales? So you are taking air in, but you're using the vacuum that you create from exhaling. So that's really important. So when we're exercising, we get stagnant CO2 built up. If we're only breathing with our chest, then it just sort of stays there. But if you forcefully exhale, you create a vacuum and air rushes back in. So when you're doing those, when they would be most,
Your stomach moves?
yeah, your belly button goes to your spine.
It's Kundalini. It's Kundalini.
There you go.
Oh. Kundalini breath, right?
I think there's a variety of Kundalini. So, but yeah, that breath of fire, if you're thinking of it, yeah. So that's it's masterful for sprinting. Would be when you'd notice it the most. So if you were running kind of as fast as you could, then forceful exhales allow you to keep your core strong while continuing to exert. Super potent stuff, and a great exercise to practice kind of regularly if you like. All right, so let's do something. Let's do a bit of the warming up action. So we're gonna do a few static breath holds. Our bodies are warmed up. We have our core kind of moving nice, blood flows nice. And so now we need an air hunger. I'm gonna get distracted by the reflection of the rain. Yeah. When it's sunny and raining, that is, let's see if the kids at home can see that. I don't know if you can. Oh, you kind of can. Look at that. Super fun. Sunny rain is magic. All right. So we need to toy with an air hunger. What you might notice is when you start to get an air hunger, you're gonna feel your body warm up because some neat things happen. For instance, does anybody have a congested nose right now? A little bit? So what we're gonna do is going to relieve that congestion by removing some of the blood flow around the nasal passages and the ears, which is awesome. So we're gonna do some static breath holds. We're just gonna take a breath or two, and then we're gonna pause with our breath, and we're gonna hold essentially until we get to a high urge to breathe. This is gonna be really good too because it's gonna relieve that blood flow around your nose, and it's gonna open up your nasal passageways so you can breathe easier with your nose. Does this make sense? And then once you do have to breathe, this is super important, you're gonna wait and do the best you can and hold the best you can. And I'm gonna give you some tips on doing that. But once you do have to breathe, you have to breathe lightly in and out your nose. So you're gonna wanna gasp, right? You're gonna be holding your breath, you're gonna wanna go, because it's been so hard, but it accentuates the effects if you breathe lightly through your nose, because the effects will continue to happen, if that makes sense. And then just notice how your nose flow is. So right now, let's just take a little assessment of our nose flow. Okay, mine's pretty good right now. The air is really nice and moist. So now we're gonna take a breath in, we're gonna let it go, and we're gonna hold our breath best we can to a high urge to breathe if possible, okay? So here we go, breath in all the way in, and let go, and pause with your breath. We're only gonna do this a few times. So, you hold your breath, you relax. Whenever you start to have a medium urge to breathe, I want you to slowly count in your head to give your monkey mind something to latch onto in order to prolong that urge to breathe. So right now you're at 25 seconds. It's not a contest, but increasing your CO2 tolerance is a useful phenomena for your health. So you're at 35 seconds now. And actually your spleen is full of oxygen-rich blood and will release. You're at 45 seconds. You will release oxygen-rich blood into your system. 50 seconds now. We'll go all the way to a minute. 3, 2, 1. You made it to a minute. If you did, by show of hands, who made it to 30 seconds? Anybody make it under 30 seconds? Good, good. Okay, perfect. Everyone's a little bit individual, but you're already doing a little better maybe than you did earlier, right? All right, we're gonna do one again. And let me give you some tips on how to hold your breath for a little bit longer. We're gonna pause with our breath, and then the moment you get to a light medium urge to breathe, I want you to pinch your nose. Then, when you get to a high urge to breathe, I want you to sway. And that's gonna, again, prolong the breath hold, okay? So medium urge to breathe, pinch your nose. High urge to breathe, sway. We got to get right to meditation if we're going to have all this. This is awesome. All right, let's try it, guys. Big breath in all the way in. And let go. And pause with your breath. Now remember, medium urge to breathe, pinch your nose. High urge to breathe, start to sway, keep swaying, and then light breath in and out of your nose. And try and sit comfortably with that air hunger. So now you're at 20 seconds. If you need to pinch your nose, you can. And then keep holding onto your nose and sway best you can. And then as soon as you have to breathe light in and out your nose, you're at 45 seconds. Keep going, guys. With a bit of practice, you can really change your static breath holds. I've gotten up to a minute 45 now. This is awesome. You're over a minute, guys. We'll go to a minute 15, I guess. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Shauna, you made it all the way to a minute 15? Did you make it all the way to a minute 15? Oh, okay. This is cool. All right. Last one, guys. I gave you 2 ways to hold your breath. One of them was just sort of sitting quietly. I really like that way because if we're in a quiet place, you can actually hear your nose open up. The other one was to give you some things to do. Pinch your nose, start to sway. You can pat the ground. You can use either one of those. We're gonna do it one last time, but now I need you to breathe in and out your nose so slow that you continue to have that air hunger. Does that make sense? So this is what's going to create that vasodilation. And we're gonna have high CO2, so actually oxygen that's in our blood will be released from the hemoglobin into our tissues much easier, and that is gonna benefit us when we try and warm up. Does that make sense, guys? Sort of? let's do it. So again, let's take 3 breaths, pause at neutral, and now I want you to use your own method to hold your breath as best you can. I'm gonna call out the times too, just to give you something to sort of see where you got to in this challenge. So here we go. Let's do a big breath in, all the way in, all the way out, all the way back in, let it go to neutral, and pause with your breath. The biggest part of this, guys, is to breathe lightly and continuously feel that air hunger at the end. So now you're at 15 seconds. Keep holding. Use whatever method you like to hold longer. Now you're at 30 seconds. I want you to get your longest breath hold so far, this moment. Now you're at 40 seconds. Be cognizant of your hands starting to warm up if you have that air hunger, if you can maintain it. Now you're over 50 seconds. "60 seconds. Good job, guys. "110. We'll go to 120. You made it to 120, man. You did really good. And 120. Did anybody notice? Did anybody really hate that? Because it's like makes you feel a little panicky? No, everyone's okay with that? Okay. Did you notice your hands warming up at all? Did you feel it? Did you start to feel it? Did you? Good job. Awesome. So if you get really good at that, your palms will start to sweat, and you can make it happen in about 5 minutes. It's pretty fascinating, the top-down control that we have of our circulatory system. Oh, the waterfall's like starting to rush right now. It's getting louder. Say one more time.
When you say 5 minutes,
Yeah.
you don't need holding for 5 minutes.
No, no. That'd be awesome though if you did.
I know, it would. But you can hold and then do the light.
Yeah, I mean, so getting that air hunger and doing it a few times, and actually if you do it 5 times, your spleen will decrease by like 20% as you release oxygen-rich blood into your system. And so you have a higher red blood cell count, anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. So it's like this hack. And the reason is because your body is essentially thinks it's about to die, right? So it like really does whatever it can. And if you're free diving, you get an extra minute of being able to hold your breath. And it's just really a masterful thing. And so that 5 breath holds past 30 seconds, so like, which would be into the medium to high urge to breathe, will do that for you. And it's very healthy, and you can do it while walking even, when you're walking back up or walking somewhere. That's another way to sort of see how many steps you can take with your breath hold if you're not timing yourself. Okay. All right, it's breathwork time. Do you know what time it is? 36, perfect. All right, guys, we're gonna do a bit of fundamentals style breath work, and then we're gonna do one long round that's really gonna get us into a nice space. When we do this fundamental breath work, that is about 2 minutes, 2-minute rounds, okay? So we're gonna start slow, we're gonna increase the intensity up to 1.5 minutes, and then we're gonna bring our heart rate down. And then we're gonna hold our breath. Does that make sense? And at the very end, after we've been holding our breath, we're gonna take one big breath in and pause with a full breath for a moment. And we're gonna get this wonderful shift in our brain activity that simulates a meditative state. Only we're doing it mechanically. You don't have to try and get there, you're just gonna get there. Anybody have any questions? Let's do it, guys. And then the last round, we're gonna do like a 4-minute round, maybe longer. And then what you're gonna notice is you're really gonna feel significant sensations. First one being lightheadedness, dizziness. That's the first thing that happens. That's part of the game. That's a shift in consciousness. Second would be you start to tingle your hands and feet, your lips maybe. You could even start to cramp. All this stuff is totally safe, totally okay. If you're comfortable with it, follow along with how I say to how fast to breathe. And if it's a little too much, if you're like, you know what, that's enough, I don't really like the sensations as much, or I'm not used to them, then breathing more with your nose and your belly, slowing it down, are gonna relieve these sensations. So regardless of my instruction, if you decide that, you know what, this is as dizzy as I wanna get or whatever, then you can just start breathing slower on your own. Make sense? You're in control. All right? So let's go. Let's start with our first round. We're gonna start with 3 breaths together, and we end with 3 breaths together, but otherwise we all have a different lung capacity. I suggest doing these rounds sitting up, and then we'll do a couple lying down. Here we go. Big breath in all the way in, and let go. Number 2, and let go. Last one, and let go. Now you're on your own. Nice big breath in. Let it start in your belly and get to your chest with tension in your neck and shoulders is fine, and then let go. You're letting go effortlessly. You're not pushing the air out. Allow your spine to be loose. Allow your hips to turn over. Now let's pick up the pace a little bit. Try and meet some resistance. Your body's going to be telling you that's a lot, but push past that resistance if you could. Now guys, for 30 seconds, I want you to allow yourself to get outside your comfort zone, and let's pick it up one more time. If you feel some goosebumps happening behind the back of your ears, perfect. We are simulating a serious moment where we would intentionally release some adrenaline. 15 seconds left. Last few quick ones. Perfect job, guys. Let's bring the pace down. Short breaths in, long breath out. Deflate, relax your body, relax your mind. Sync back up with me in 2 breaths. Here we go. 2, 1. Last. Big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that neutral zone or slightly above. Lock it in and hold your breath. And check in. New data. We sparked electricity in the nervous system, and now you can feel that electricity moving through your system. You're almost to the end, guys. Remember, if you start to count, give your monkey mind something to do. Keep the urge to breathe light. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out. All the way back into the top. Pause with a full breath for just a moment. Sit with it. Feel that pressure in your chest. Let that pressure sink deeper towards your spine. Let the pressure go up to your head. We're getting blood flow, cerebral spinal fluid to the head. And in 3, 2, 1, let go of the pressure and let go of the breath. Good job. Feel good?
Okay, when you take a deep breath, you
Yeah.
your stomach first and then your lungs?
Yes,
First
exactly.
belly and then
Yeah, so let it roll in from your belly to your chest.
belly up.
You don't have to be too precise. If you focus on the mechanics too much, then it costs you a little bit of energy.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do is be real efficient with our energy. So you guys just held your breath for about a minute that time. Pretty easy too, right? Were you able to make that breath hold? Cool, good job. You feel good? All right, let's do it. On to the next one. Any other questions? Let's do one more sitting up, and I would do the longer one lying down. Make sense? Here we go. Let's start with 3. Big breath in all the way in, then let go. Number 2, and let go. Last one, and let go. Now you're on your own. The air rolls in from your belly to your chest and even to your head. We have all these diaphragmatic structures in our body. We could potentially get that oxygen, get that air moving all over. All right, guys, now let's pick it up a little bit. We are taking the good parts of a fight or flight response, but we're doing it in a controlled way. Now, guys, for 30 seconds, let's significantly get out of our comfort zone as we seriously try to dabble in this fight or flight response. Here we go. Nice big breaths in, getting some of that excitement, some of those goosebumps happening. That tingling in your hands and feet, the tingling behind the back of your ears. Last few quick ones. Perfect job, guys. Let's bring our heart rate down. Short breath in, long breath out through the teeth. Relax your body as you deflate. Relax your body. If you're having any trouble holding your breath, I want you to hold this time slightly above neutral. So sync back up with me in 3 breaths. 3, 2, 1. Last big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that neutral zone or slightly above. Lock it in and hold your breath. Guys, adrenaline. The precursor to adrenaline is dopamine. You get all these neurotransmitters release, particularly when we push ourselves into that mild fight or flight state. We're doing it in a controlled way, so we get a dose of adrenaline, but potentially less of a dose of cortisol, which would follow it. Keep holding, guys. Remember, whenever you have an urge to breathe, slowly counting keeps that urge to breathe light to medium. Take that assessment of that new data. Doing good? You're almost to the end, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out. All the way back into the top. 2 extra sips. Lock it in. Keep the pressure in your chest. Let it sink deeper towards your spine. Feel the relax of cerebral blood flow, the increase in cerebral spinal fluid in your head. In 3, 2, 1, let go of the pressure and let go of the breath. So we've seen in the brain scans that it looks like cannabinoids and opioids, the brain wave potential when you do these exercises. So your pain relationship changes, your happiness changes. This is all the wonderful neurotransmitters that exist inside. We just need to engage with them. We got a good 15 minutes left of breath work. This is awesome. Let's do, should we do the other one lying down? Let's do the next one lying down if you guys want. You don't have to, you can do it sitting up if you want, but we're gonna do a longer round this time, so everything's gonna be similar. In fact, I'm gonna change the breath that we do. I'm gonna change it up throughout the it'll be an 8-minute round. I'm gonna change it up just to give you something to focus on. when you do breath work lying down, just as a tip, when we are going slow, legs out is fine. But then when we start to speed up, what you'll notice is if you put your knees up and you even bring your heels in closer to your butt, your lower back flattens, your neutral zone changes, you can move more air with less effort. Great question. Doesn't matter if you use your nose or your mouth. Your nose works wonderfully if you have good nose flow, but the sensations wouldn't come on as quickly. So it's the mouth breathing that really engages the sympathetic nervous system. So again, if it's up to you, if you feel more than you like have you felt pretty good today? Have you like gotten out of your comfort zone? You felt too dizzy or anything like that? Have you felt that today? Okay, good. So then I would say use your mouth to accentuate the sensations, use your nose to reduce them.
Okay.
Let's do it, guys. We're gonna do a couple of sprints. It's getting wet over there? Oh yeah, yeah, you guys might pull away from the, that's funny. Well, we are protected. All right, guys, let's start with belly breathing. Just into the belly. Get your bellies moving into your belly and let go. Get that belly moving into the belly, letting go. Feel your belly. So every 30 seconds, 45 seconds, we're going to switch it up a little bit, just to get your mind involved. So here we go. Now let's do belly pause, then into your chest. So into your belly first, into your chest, and let go. Good job. In your belly, into your chest, and let go. Good job, guys. Into your belly, into your chest, and let go. Get all that fascia engaged and involved into your belly, into your chest, and let go. Good job. Now put it together, meaning just everything's moving, get the airflow moving. See if you're taking bigger, deeper breaths. Forget about the mechanics. Nice big full breath in and let go. You doing good? Slowing it down a little bit. Yeah, guys, you're in control. I will guide you different intensities, but whenever you feel like it, when you feel like it's enough, you can bring it down. I do encourage you to get slightly outside your comfort zone today. All right, guys, now we're going to take a full breath in, let go with an audible sigh, and push the rest out of our belly. This is the only time we're pushing below neutral. It sounds like this. Here we go. Big breath in. Let it go. And push it out of your belly. Nice full breath in. Let it go. Push it out of your belly. You'll notice when you push out, if you're on your heels, you might be able to push out more. So full breath in. Let it go. Lift your butt up a little bit on your heels. Push it out. There you go. Full breath in. Push it out. Last couple. Last one. All right, now put it together again. And if you're feeling cold at all, that comes with that vascular constriction of low CO2, but it's gonna come right back. You're gonna warm back up when we start doing breath holds again. So now you're just putting it together. Don't stop, keep the airflow moving for this 8-minute round, what we're doing. Nice full breaths in with tension in the neck and shoulders is fine. And then you let go effortlessly. Your hands can be on your chest, on your belly, to your side, whatever feels best. Now, guys, it's time to get out of our comfort zone. Let's make each breath a little faster than the last as we do a full minute of trying to push ourselves a little bit. Here we go. Start slow. And start to increase. Our goal is to excite the nervous system. in a significant way where we change our immune response, change the electricity moving around in our body. We have 30 seconds left. Let's pick it up one more time. For the last 15 seconds, we're going to go the fastest we've gone so far. Here we go, guys. 15 seconds left. Pick it up one more time if you could. Feel that electricity moving around in your body, the tingling. Last few quick ones. Perfect job, guys. Let's bring the pace down. Not a heart rate lowering breath, but just keep the airflow moving. Nice full breaths. Use your mouth as an aperture to slow down the exhale. Keep that airflow moving. Hopefully you feel some of the vibrations happening, some of the electricity, guys. We are made of and run by that electricity. We're more than halfway done, guys. We only have a few minutes left. After this minute, we're going to do 3 15-second sprints, which is all the way in and all the way out. Guys, remember to pause and swallow whenever you need to. Keep your throats comfortable. Switch to your nose whenever you need to. Don't let your throat dry out. Whenever you need to, use your nose. All right, guys. So here we go. We're going to go all the way in and all the way out, essentially as fast as we can, but only for 15 seconds. We're going to start slow and pick it up. Follow me. Here we go. Three, two, one. Pause and swallow. We're only going to do it 2 more times, guys. I know you can do it. Here we go. Start slow. 3, 2, 1. Pause and swallow. Last one, guys. I hope you feel that excitement. I hope you feel the electricity. Here we go. Start slow. 3, 2, 1. Pause and swallow. Feel that vibration, guys. Guys, we only have a minute and a half left. Keep the airflow moving for 30 more seconds. Make a little assessment of how you feel. I hope you feel that electricity. You feeling good? Is it working? Feeling interesting?
Yeah.
Cool. Good.
It's getting cold.
I gotcha. Here we go, guys. Now let's start to get our heart rates down. So short breath in, long breath out through your teeth. Deflate effortlessly. And let's get your body to the position that you're gonna lay calm for the longest period. So you can slowly put your legs down now. Short breath in, long breath out. Get yourself to your most comfortable position. Relax your body, starting with your legs. Relax your hips. Relax your core. Relax your arms. Awesome work, guys. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. Loosen up. Sink back up with me in 3 breaths. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last. Big deep breath all the way in. Let it go super slow. Find that neutral zone or slightly above. Lock it in and hold your breath. Relax your face. Relax your eyebrows. Sink into the ground. Feel that high vibration that you created. Gamma brainwave activity is what we engaged with. Realize that happiness, euphoria, all exists inside, guys. You've engaged with those neurotransmitters. Now as you sink into the ground, be cognizant of your mind's eye. Whatever you see with your eyes closed, take inventory, follow around, keep holding. You guys can hold as long as you want this round. I'll call out some times for you. Just see in your mind's eye, see the light and dark, see the patterns. You're almost to the end. If it's your first class, I want you to follow along. If you've done this before, you can hold for a little bit longer. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You've made it to almost 2 minutes. Push the rest out. All the way back into the top. 3 extra sips. Lock in that full breath, sit with it. Feel those sensations rise up to your head. You can even put a little squeeze on that pressure. Put a little extra involvement. In 3, 2, 1, let go of the pressure and let go of the breath. We're going to take, optionally, if you want to, we're going to take 5 breaths, pause with a 6th breath. If you're still holding, you're at 245. Let's take 6 breaths together and pause once more with a full breath, and then we'll do a couple minutes of silence. So here we go. This is optional. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last big deep breath in. 6 extra sips. Lock it in. Feel that pressure. Let that pressure permeate through your head. Whenever it feels good to you, let go of the pressure and let go of the breath. And let's just be in silence for a couple minutes. Last minute, just slowly breathing in and out of your nose. It's going to be useful. All right, guys, if you want to slowly come back. Thank you guys so much for coming today. That was a fun adventure with the rain. I hope you feel good. The adrenaline increase that we just got, that dopamine increase, could last anywhere from an hour.
What was the Wim Hof one?
The
All of it?
a lot of it. So the 2 minutes worth of breath work, and then holding your breath
Holding
for
it 2
different.
minutes, that's what he does, huh?
Did you make it to the last breath hold that we did? Did you make it all the way to the end?
No, a minute and a half.
Minute and a half. Okay.
Better, more than when I started.
So the last one we did. Did you make it to the last one? That was about 2 minutes. You held your breath.
Yeah, it was 2 minutes.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, guys, thanks everyone for coming today. Thank you guys at home for watching.